I keep breaking these things. I mean, I use these tripods to film, but they're so weak and made out of plastic. Need to get myself a new one again. Well, hello everybody. So today is Tuesday. I worked all weekend, and this week is supposed to be my week off, but they asked me to work some extra during this night. And I said yes, because I can definitely use that money for my little trip together with Lihau through West Europe. So tonight I'm working. Well, since I'm gonna be working this evening, I'm just gonna take it easy today. Let me tell you about the temperatures here in Sweden and weather and that kind of stuff, if you're thinking of visiting Sweden or thinking of moving here. Wearing my flip-flops. I think I'm gonna, before I tell you all that stuff, I think I'm just gonna put on good shoes and go for a little walk in the forest while I'll tell you all that stuff. Okay, now I actually got some good shoes on. Now we can walk and talk. Oh. What? There's a lighter on the side of the road. That's interesting. It's not working at the moment. Well, picking up trash. Don't throw away stuff on the side of the road, people. Anyway, yeah, temperatures in Sweden and the weather in Sweden, if you're interested in coming on vacation or if you are interested to actually move to Sweden. So, I live right underneath Vättern, which is one of the two big lakes in Sweden. And I live pretty central here in a region that's called Småland, or small country. Over here, the summers are warm and the winters are cold. I live in something that's called a, what we say in Dutch, landklimaat. So countryside weather, climate kind of thing. Which means there isn't an ocean nearby that will influence the weather that much. And that's why the summers are warm and the winters are cold. During the summer you can expect temperatures anywhere between 20 and 45 degrees Celsius. Pretty warm and pretty good. Of course, it can be warmer and it can be colder. The warmest we've ever seen it is 47 degrees Celsius. But that was that happened once or twice. That doesn't happen that often. But getting 30-degree weather during the summer, it's not weird for Sweden. It does happen. Now, yes, you can also have colder summers, where during the summer it can be around 20 degrees Celsius. Or last week we also had 14 degrees Celsius during the summer. And, well, that's quite chilly for summertime weather. But still not bad. What I like about Sweden is when it's summer, it is actually summer. And when it's winter, it's actually winter. So during the winter, you can actually expect real cold temperatures. During the winter, you almost always will get some snow. And you can expect that snow to stick around for a long time. Yes, so you can expect a lot of snow during the winter. We've had maybe 1 or 2 winters where we only had snowfall once or maybe even twice. And then it stayed cold enough for that snow that fell one time to stick around for the entire winter. But usually it snows a lot. There is multiple times that snow falls and you can expect a lot of it. Compared to Holland, that is. So if you're somebody that's used to going onto a snowy vacation realize that the snow sticks around here for a long time. Like, it's not weird to still have snow at the end of April. And living in a location where you have snow for 5 to 6 months a year is very different than just visiting for a couple of weeks when there's some snow. Because life is very different with that much snow. You have, to take care of your car, like maybe get spiked tires like I have. And if you have a driveway or a road that leads to your house, you need to make sure that it gets plowed for you, or you have to plow it yourself. I'm lucky because I live on this road, which is a tarmac road, and not a lot of people drive on this road, maybe 1 car per hour. But it's still important enough that the government plows this road for me during the winter. Not all houses get that. Some houses will have no plowing services at all, and then you maybe have to make a deal with the closest farmer that they use their tractor to plow it for you, and you might have to pay them a little bit. Or, get your own tractor or ATV or anything you can plow snow with and do it yourself. It has happened to me before that I wake up in the morning wanting to go to work. This was back when I used to work day shifts. But I woke up in the morning, needed to go to work, looked out of the window, and an entire meter of snow had fallen during the night. So before you can go to work, you actually have to dig out your car. So those are things you need to think about if that's something you are okay living with. Because, going on holiday to Sweden during the summer is all cool, but if you actually want to live here, you have to deal with that snow. Now, if we're talking about rain and that kind of stuff, rain and thunder, it doesn't rain as much here as it does in Holland, but it still rains, pretty occasionally. The last couple of years, though, have been pretty dry. Almost every summer now, we have had the news saying that we're not allowed to make fires outside to prevent forest fires, because it just hasn't rained enough. We need a lot more rain than we have had in the last couple of years. Do you guys remember this vlog where we picked up the flag mast? Well, my parents set it up now, as you can see here. They put a windmill on it and it's working. I mean, that's pretty awesome. I'm a little bit jealous. I want one too. So it's kind of temporary because in this plastic bag is where the batteries are, and you can see the wire going up the pole. But yeah, they're actually charging the battery with the windmill on top. That's pretty cool. Green energy. Fail! Gotcha! So, I came here to my mom to help her film something we forgot to film earlier.
Oh yeah.
So,
So we thought, well, let's give her a heart attack.
well, I saw she didn't see me come in, so, that's a golden opportunity. Cut your tongue! Cut your tongue! Oh. Well, I'm waiting here on Mom. She decided to join me on my walk. We're just gonna make it a short walk, and we're we can tell you about Swedish weather together. Oh, this is pretty sad. Look what I just saw. Parents have this lovely little, outside room where you can sit and have a nice little dinner on the grill, and there's a lot of flies in here as well, always. So they have this fly catcher, and look what's on here. Some poor little bird must have, been trying to eat one of those flies and got stuck. Poor guy. It looks like flight feathers. I hope he can still fly okay. Oh, poor bird. It's not. The bird is not here though. Gotta show you something.
Okay.
You know your fly catcher behind me?
Yeah. Oh.
Yeah, some poor bird. Probably wanted to eat a fly or something.
No.
Yeah.
That's not going to happen again. You need to go then.
Yeah. Let's take it down so no bird does that again.
No.
I think you need to get an electrical fly catcher, one of those blue lights,
This one is dumped.
Yeah.
Consider yourself dumped.
All right, let's go. Yeah.
Kom eens in.
Well, Mom, I've been talking to my viewers about Swedish weather.
Oh, okay.
Telling them what they can expect if they, go on vacations here or actually want to move here. Like talking about things that going on a vacation with a bit of snow is fun, but dealing with snow for 6 months is a different story.
Yep. And last year or last winter, it was exactly the case.
Yep.
-27 was.
Yeah, the coldest we've ever seen here in Sweden during the winter is -27.
It was this winter.
Yep. Well, we've had -27 another year as well, but we haven't seen it colder yet. But usually we get around like -14, that's the normal. But it's not surprising when it goes to -20 or that kind of stuff. -27 is very cold.
And long periods of very icy roads.
Yeah. Like I said earlier, once the snow has fallen, it's gonna stay until the spring comes. And it means cars are gonna drive over it and compact it until it's an icy surface. That's why in Sweden they like studded tires or spiked tires so much. So, one thing to think about with temperatures that are like -27 or -20, you can't stay outside that long. We've been outside once, thought we could do a nice little walk, but after half an hour, even with winter clothing,
Yeah, you freeze.
you freeze.
You got undercooled.
Yeah, it's really weird because you feel warm enough in your clothing, but your body temperature still goes down, and
You will start to shiver.
they advised against being outside with those temperatures because, it's actually just half an hour you can be outside during those periods.
And when it blows, then the wind chill factor
Is even better.
is even worse.
Yeah, worse. Yeah, wind chill factor is even worse, and the winters are tough and rough here.
Yeah, but not only that. If you have a job here, you have to drive through it.
Yep.
Then you have to be able to clean your own road.
Exactly. That's I talked about that earlier too. You need to, if you're buying a house, think about getting rid of the snow during the winter. Otherwise you'll be in trouble.
Yep.
So we're sitting here underneath my little pergola. My mom was also saying, which is important to know when you come to Sweden, the times that it's light outside. During the summer, right now, it gets dark around maybe 1 o'clock in the evening, 1 o'clock at night. And the sun starts coming up already at about 4 o'clock at night.
Yeah.
So you don't have a lot of dark hours, which is pretty nice, but if you're interested in stargazing, not so much. But the winter is worse. Some people can't deal with it, but for me it's okay. I know it's pretty okay for you. But for instance, Dad is a little bit...
If you're sensitive to that sort of stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah. Then
So during the winter, it will only be light for a very short time, and you don't get a lot of light during the time either.
well,
Like what would it be? It gets
at 2 in the afternoon, it already starts getting a little darker.
yeah. So
And at 4, it's pitch black.
so 2 in the afternoon, the sun starts going down,
Yeah.
and it comes up at around what is it? Maybe 9, 10 in the morning.
Yeah, something like that.
So 10 to 2 is when you have daytime hours.
Yeah. So and that's we live in the south of Sweden.
Yeah.
And if you go north, then of course that shortens.
So yeah, the more north you go, the less sunlight you get during the winter, and the more sunlight you get during the summer.
Yeah, and that is another thing that makes that important to know. If you are planning to live off the grid and have solar panels here during the winter when you need them the most, you won't get a lot of sunlight.
No, that's why if you have a piece of land, it's very good to do what my parents just did. Like I showed you, get a nice mast and put a windmill on top of it.
Yeah.
That's a very good thing to do.
Both.
Yeah, try to get both. I'm hoping that one day I will get solar panels. I'm really, really wanting to get some solar panels.
Yeah. But there are alternatives. There are people that have solar heaters,
Yep.
heat boilers, solar boilers, something
Yeah.
like that.
So instead of solar panels on your roof, you would have like it also looks like a solar panel, but there are black pipes running through it with water through it, and that way you heat up your water with the sun.
Yeah. Also in the winter, not very effective, but
No.
it takes the costs down.
Yeah.
Really important to know where you want to live in Sweden.
And then keep in mind what the weather and the world is like during the winter.
Yeah, the growing season for plants,
Yeah.
vegetables.
Because like there are two big reasons why people that move to Sweden move away from Sweden again. And I think one of the biggest is the winters here.
Yeah.
If you can't deal the winter with the winters, you can't live here.
No, no, you need to cope with the cold and with the length of it, with the inconvenience of snow and icy roads.
Yep.
And the fact that you live in the dark a lot of the hours.
The winter weather gets pretty extreme here,
Yeah.
and to such a degree that lots of Swedish people have a summer and a winter car.
Yeah.
They have a different car for the winter because that car can deal with the cold better and can deal with the icy surfaces better.
Yeah.
We have learned in our experience that we really like having a four-wheel drive car during the winter because it's a lot safer on the ice.
Yep, I can tell that because I drove mine in a ditch.
Yes. She drove her car in the ditch during the winter, and that wasn't a fun experience.
No.
And
very expensive too.
Yeah, and it might have been preventable with four-wheel drive, but you never know.
And dubs.
But if you have a combination of four-wheel drive and dub tires, so tires with spikes on it, you'll be a lot safer.
Yeah.
Also, big difference between Dutch and Swedish driver's license is that here in Sweden they do something called the halkbana. Part of their driver's license is to do a course in sliding the car on ice, so they know what to do when that happens.
Yeah.
We don't get that in Holland.
No.
So
should be good.
They should do it, but
Yeah.
they don't.
No.
But consider doing one of those. You can always buy one, and it's a good practice.
Good experience too.
Yep.
So good luck if you want to come here. Don't think it's a horror story. That's not the point of this. But well, it's good to know what you're.
It's just good to
in.
know. You want to make informed decisions.
Yeah.
We're not trying to scare you away.
No.
But it's very nice here during the winter. I love seeing the nature with a white blanket.
Yeah.
The snow is very beautiful.
Makes the world lighter also.
Yeah, but you have to be able to live with it. So, yeah, Sweden is a beautiful country. I very much love living here. And I hope you enjoy it here too. Well, thank you all for watching and see you next time.
Ciao.
Bye. Bye! YouTube says you might enjoy this video. Go ahead and give it a try.